Years I started working in the quarries, and also I worked as a milk boy collecting milk from the different buffalo owners every morning from 5 to 9 o'clock for $1 per month. And after 9 I used to go to the school, and I did work as a photographer, and I worked on the agricultural fields. I did many different jobs to support myself and also to support my family. And I was born into a Christian family, but I was not at all a Christian. For that, there were two reasons. One was in my school, our teachers taught about the Darwin evolutionary theory, which says man came from monkey. But whereas the Bible says God created man out of dust. So I had a Christian influence on my life because I was born in a Christian family. I knew that God created man out of dust, but when I joined into the school, our teachers really brainwashed me to believe that science was more powerful than the God. So I started believing that Darwin evolutionary theory, and I hated Christianity. That's the one reason. But there was another reason which really made me very, very angry with the God. That was, I was born in a Christian family, and I knew that the blessings that God gives us, and I knew that God gives food to everyone because I read in the Bible. But whereas in my family, not only in my family, but in other Christian families in India, Dalits, the untouchables are the Christians. Most of the Indian Christians are the Dalits, untouchables. And they are the poorest of the poor people in India. And I am the Dalit as per the caste system in India. And we people, Dalit people, are poor, and we do not see any blessings in our families, just for the food. So I asked myself, I questioned myself, where is the God when we are starving? Where are those blessings that God gives when we are starving? So that made me very, very angry. I thought all the God thing was rubbish. I thought all Christianity in particular was rubbish. So I was very angry. I came out of the Christianity. I became an atheist who believed that there was no God. I also, in the college, I was attracted to the communism, and I became a communist in the college. And actually my name is Elisha. It's a Christian name. I didn't like his name because it's a Christian name. If I say in India my name, people recognize me as a Christian. I didn't like to be recognized as a Christian. That much I hated Christianity. Even I wanted to change my name to Rolex. I don't know why, but I like Rolex. Later on, I came to know it's a watch company. I didn't know at that time. I read somewhere. It's a fancy name, so I liked that. If I had money, I would have changed my name, because changing a name in India cost money. I didn't have money, that's why I remained Elisha. I'm very happy, I'm grateful for that. But if I had money, I would have changed. That much I hated Christianity. I never imagined myself being a person who shared the God's word in India. I never imagined I would do the God's work in India. I hated Jesus Christ, I hated the God. When my life was going on in such a way, in 2002, on Christmas Day, one of my friends asked me to come to the church service along with him. To make my friend happy, I went to the church. When I went to the church, our pastor was speaking about love of God. What made God to send his son Jesus to the earth, and why he had to come and die on the cross of Calvary. His message was entirely on the love of God, which was something different. He said there are some people in this church who don't believe in Bible and Christ. I thought he was telling about me, because I was that person who was not believing. And he quoted a scripture from the Bible. It's Ezekiel, 2nd chapter, 1st verse. It says, "Son of man, stand up on your feet, I will speak to you." He said that word in a very commanding way. It came and touched my heart. I felt that not the pastor was speaking to me, but someone was speaking to me. After the message, I went to my pastor. I shared how that message was something different and how it touched me. He knew that I was an atheist. He knew that I was a communist, and he told me God was speaking to you. And then I put my question. The main question I had was, why God allowed poverty in this world? Why Christian has to suffer? That's my biggest challenge, if there are blessings. And he really clarified to me that poverty didn't come from the God, it came from the Satan, and Satan is using that as a tool to destroy the world. And he showed me a lot of scripture that support, that says God wants his people to give food and everything. And I talked to him for 1.5 hours, and after talking to him, I was enough able to realize that I needed God in my life. I realized God was real. So I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and personal Savior on Christmas Day in 2002. It's like his prodigal son. Once I was a very good Christian child and came away from the God and came to my God again. So that's how I became a born-again believer. Once I hated Christianity, but in 2004 I went to New Delhi to preach the gospel. That's where I was beaten up for preaching the gospel. I was very badly beaten. I feel it's a great privilege in my life to be beaten up for my faith, for my God. And as I said, I was born into a Dalit family. I don't know how many of you know the caste system in India, the untouchable, the caste system. And India is a Hindu religious country, and 80% of Indian people are Hindus. And the Hindu system says people are classified into 4 different groups, 4 different castes. The first one is Brahmins. They are the priests and the teachers. There is a god called Brahma in Hinduism. So out of that god, from his forehead, the Brahmins came. They are the priests and teachers. Second one is Kshatriya. They are the kings and rulers, administrators. They came from the shoulders of that god. Third one is Vaishya. They are the business community. They came from the belly of that god Brahma. Fourth one is Shudra. They came from the feet of that god. They are the workers and laborers. These are the 4 classes or 4 castes came from the god Brahma. But there is one more caste called Dalits. They are not even considered as a caste. Because they are nowhere from any part of that god. So they are not considered as a caste. And they are the lowest of the low in Indian society. The Dalits, or the other name is the untouchables. There are 120 different kinds of discriminations against Dalit people. Some are, they have to live outside the village, not inside the village. They have to have their own separate settlement. Dalits are not allowed to drink the water from the village wells. And Dalits have to have their own pots or glass in the hotels. They have to drink from the glass or the pot, or they have to crush it. Because no one should drink from that glass. So, and also Dalits have to have their own paths to walk on. And in many schools, mostly in the villages, Dalit children denied education, or sometimes they are made to sit back on the classroom. Dalits are prohibited from entering the Hindu temples. It's very strong. Even if a Dalit person shadow come under a high caste person, that person will be prohibited. So that much discrimination is happening in India for the Dalits. So that's where our heart is. We are the poorest of the poor in Indian society, the Dalits, and that's where our heart is. We want to bring our children, and we want to give everything they need, like hope for the future. There is a person in India called Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He is the father of Indian Constitution, and he is a Dalit hero. He said one thing: ours is a battle, but not for wealth or power. But it is for the reclamation of human dignity. And we are fighting for the human dignity, personality in India. And our people are living without hope for the future, mostly the children. In India, we are 300 million people. The Dalits are 300 million people out of 1.2 billion. We are quarter of entire Indian population. But we are the poorest of the poor in India. So that's where our heart is. So we have started the home called Light Home. Can I have a slideshow? For the, it's called, it's not Taj, it's Taj Mahal, as you know. Next please. And these are the children, Dalit children who live in slums. Next please. Next please. And we take children from those slum areas and we give them everything they need. It's the Light Home. We call it Hope for Hope and Promised Life. Next please. We give them education. Next please. Food, shelter, clothing, and also the gospel. We have music band. And this is the Light Model School. Nelson Mandela said, education is the powerful weapon you can use to change the world. Unless the adults are educated, they will not be able to have the good life. Their lives will not be changed. So that's why we have started a school called Light Model School to give them best education, English medium education. In India, we have 16 languages and 1,600 plus languages and dialects being speak. English is the main language internationally these days. And if a person knows the English, he can get the good jobs. So that's why we have started this English medium school for the Dalit children. And we have 198 children in the school right now. Next please. And we provide them, it's completely free. We provide them books and the clothing. Next please. It's an assembly. Thank you. And because of the time, I can't able to share more. But I have written a book. It's called An Incredible Journey by Faith. And this is just my testimony and what we are doing in India. And we are selling it for $10 to raise money for the Light Home, and you can get it. And also, for the school, we have some brochure, and all the donations for the school is tax deductible, and there's a brochure here. I'm here in Australia for a month, more than a month, and visiting churches like this and sharing what we are doing in India and making awareness of our work. Thank you very much.
We'll be having more from Elisha at lunch, and we have a special lunch after the service, so everybody's welcome to attend. And we'll be learning more about Elisha and the work there. Can we just pray for Elisha and the work? Dear Lord God, Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for the light, your light, Lord, shining in India, Lord, amongst those who are the untouchables. We thank you, Lord, for the vision and the gift and the calling that you've given Elisha and others, Lord, to work amongst the lowly and low in India. Lord, we know that they need you, and we thank you, Lord, that there are people prepared to take that message to them. Be them, we ask. May they come to know you as Lord and Saviour. In Jesus' name, amen.